other night was their final straw. And I'm talking about, I saw some fans yesterday that were like, I watched her play in high school, and I cannot stomach this any longer. And they understand why she crashed out, but they don't want to watch her crash out. And look, it's understandable. I get that. I do get it. So Caitlin Clark fans have started attacking those fans. I mean, what are you doing?
Tonight the global sports ecosystem witnessed an absolute administrative disaster while the arena display was flashing a historic franchise record of 45 points and 10 assists, the first 40-point 10-assist masterclass in the entire history of the league. The real seismic shift was happening completely behind closed executive doors. The corporate narrative that this establishment could handle a global phenomenon has officially been torn to shreds. The truth is now staring every fan directly in the face. You can build a multi-billion-dollar empire on the back of a single generational superstar, but if your administrative system is too weak, too compromised, and too plagued by internal bias to protect her, the entire structure will collapse within minutes of the final whistle. High-level sports entertainment insiders leaked information that has sent immediate shock waves through the industry. The elite corporate boardrooms are in a state of absolute chaos tonight. The realization is hitting every single major network sponsor at the exact same moment. The league office did not just mismanage the hype, they completely failed to defend the asset that saved their entire economy. To truly understand why the entire infrastructure is fracturing tonight, you have to look closely at the brutal physical reality taking place on the hardwood. For months, the officiating decisions surrounding the superstar have been nothing short of a public scandal. Opposing defensive units were not just playing hard basketball, they were executing targeted, reckless physical hits designed to dismantle her confidence and risk serious injury. Blindside hits, uncalled jersey tugs, and flagrant off-the-ball collisions that were routinely ignored or deliberately downgraded by the officiating crews on the floor.
Play in the WNBA spurred by a recent play involving Indiana Fever star guard and Alyssa Thomas. Quote, ultimately, the issues around Caitlin Clark are largely about not largely about officiating. And that particular incident is not about whether a foul should have been called at the time of the game or whether that was ultimately a flagrant on review. Well, the fact that is not caught and handled in real time, or at least looked at and then handled in real time, that's a failure. That is a failure. Let's not get confused. Silver made the remarks during an on-stage conversation with Andrew Ross Sorkin at the Game Plan Summit by CNBC in the boardroom. Quote, and I have come to know Caitlin really well, Silver said. She's an incredible player and an incredible person. I will give him credit for one thing. He has praised her many times. Kathy Engelbert, not much of anything. Not much of anything.
Tonight, even during that historic 45-point run, the officiating bias reached an absolute breaking point. The referees stood by completely frozen, allowing the defense to use borderline extreme force to disrupt her historic momentum. It became instantly clear to every single viewer watching the national broadcast the administration had completely left their MVP isolated by refusing to call standard fouls and letting a generational superstar get systematically battered on live television. They inadvertently exposed their hidden agenda to the world. They proved that the system would rather watch its biggest draw get pushed to physical limits than admit the old guard had been completely outclassed. But the absolute death blow to the establishment's credibility did not happen on the court. It happened when the highest-ranking executive in all of basketball, NBA Commissioner Adam Silver, was forced to step out of the shadows and deliver a public statement that completely blindsided the front office's Adam Silver, who had been tracking the global scaling metrics, openly admitted that the superstar had been unfairly turned into a toxic, heavily weaponized political football within the sports debate.
Because she's fed up with the product and how Caitlin Clark's been treated. Well, she dropped this out here today. I'm one of the fans who flew to Indiana with my family and attended the All-Star game. I bought multiple jerseys, traveled to watch the Fever on the road. I spent thousands supporting this team because I genuinely believed in what they were building. Never in a million years did I think I'd go from being one of the organization's biggest supporters to being this deeply disappointed in the way it's being run. From my perspective, the coaching staff and front office have stripped away everything that made Caitlin Clark and this Fever team must-watch basketball. turning what should have been the most exciting era in franchise history into...
Let the sheer weight of that statement sink in when the top executive in the entire basketball ecosystem publicly calls out the league's environment as highly unfair and politicized. The traditional leadership loses all authority. Adam Silver's unexpected intervention was a direct public vote of no confidence in how the office had handled player safety and refereeing standards. Adam Silver saw the data. Adam Silver saw that millions of fans were prepared to turn off their screens out of pure disgust. With the targeted administrative sabotage, Adam Silver's statement was not just a critique, it was an absolute corporate execution of the current leadership, signaling to global brands that the current infrastructure was completely incapable of safeguarding their investments.
Tonight, she played really well tonight when she wasn't dribbling the ball. When she got into her bag, no, we don't need you dribbling the ball. But her and Caitlin combined for 75 points. Insane. Mo Billings, 16 points. Dominique Malonga dominated her all night, except the one play Monique Billings needed to get a stop down the stretch on Dominique Malonga. Your ass got it. Your ass got the one stop you needed, okay? This was a hell of a game, man. Dominique Malonga is going to be a superstar in this league for a time to come. The girl's just 20 years old. She had 28 points, 14 rebounds. Our fam, who's just 19 years old, had 16 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists. She hit 4 threes in the third quarter. That young front court is going to be a force to be reckoned with for a long time in this league. The more they get, they just grow and develop. Eventually, the Seattle Storm is going to have the best front court in the WNBA between those two. That's a fact. Flaugier played a good game, 16, 6, and 6. Natisha Heidemann had 16 and 8. Jade Melbourne had 16 and 5. Indiana Fever's defense was horrible. Seattle Storm shot 57% from the floor, 38% from 3. The defense was horrible. But hey, this was an entertaining basketball game. I was thoroughly and highly entertained. I love what I got from Caitlin Clark, man. I thought Caitlin Clark put on an absolute show. This was a masterclass, guys. And if you had any questions about if she's the one, if she's like that, damn it, you shouldn't have questions anymore. Get your glasses up. Celebrate! Caitlin Clark proved why she is the most exciting, the most entertaining, the biggest draw, why she's the GOAT.
And that is the exact moment the ultimate nightmare for the establishment became a reality, with the league exposed as a toxic environment unable to protect its crown jewel. The rival Women's Premier Basketball Association, WPBA, officially made their move. High-level sports marketing firms have just leaked that executive representatives from the WPBA are quietly constructing an astronomical, multi-million-dollar framework to offer the superstar complete security, complete operational control, and a massive equity stake to jump leagues entirely. You see, the WPBA does not carry the heavy baggage of internal executive jealousy. They do not have a legacy system designed to favor a fading old guard. They are building a modern entertainment ecosystem completely from scratch, and they realize that whoever controls the rookie phenomenon controls the entire economic future of women's sports. The financial leverage being thrown around behind the scenes is absolutely unprecedented. Major network sponsors, completely furious with the officiating disasters and administrative incompetence, are reportedly ready to shift their massive marketing budgets wherever the superstar goes. The establishment thought she needed their platform, but tonight proved the exact opposite. The platform is absolutely nothing without the phenomenon.
15 total home games on 2024 and 2025. I haven't spent a dime in 2026. Wow. I canceled the apps, except Prime and YouTube TV. I'm so done with these people. And he probably kept those because he was like me and had them anyway. CDS Sports, amen. Exactly true. He said Steve Payna, I was going to drive 4.5 hours to see the Fever in the Dream. I decided against it due to Methany White's system. Carnivore, Evelyn, terrific read. You're so spot on. Well said. It's a no-brainer. They're liars and they're stealing your hard-earned money. You're 100% correct, Evelyn. We canceled our 2-day trip in July. I've been out on this coaching staff and the front office for a while. This person said I left and went to the Fire. By the way, that Portland Fire team, I don't know if anybody remembers that game. They destroyed the Fever, but during the game, in Ben Daniels' watch party chat, I said in the chat, I was like, Jesus, this Portland Fire team is so much fun to watch. I was like, wow, this team's fun to watch. They were playing hard and they were playing fast, and the Fever couldn't keep up with them. They got run out of the building.
We are officially standing at the absolute precipice of a total structural collapse. The establishment has completely run out of options. They tried to minimize the milestones, they tried to let physical targeting slow her down, and they tried to mask their panic behind corporate PR campaigns, but 45 franchise record points, 10 historic assists, and an international corporate mutiny cannot be argued away if the current infrastructure does not immediately clean house, terminate the toxic coaching systems, and completely overhaul its refereeing guidelines. They will watch the biggest marketing phenomenon in sports history walk out the door under the protection of rival organizations and major global brands.
Offensive team lead, 106. Who got fouled? Monique Billings got fouled. So Monique Billings got fouled. I want to see what they're saying online. I know, like, if you're a Caitlin Clark fan right now, oh, we didn't even mention Caitlin Clark made history, too. Caitlin Clark made history today. Caitlin Clark has made history today, guys. Guys, watch this. Watch this three right here. This just happened moments ago. This is why I immediately came to...
Johnson pokes it away.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I don't even think Steph Curry could do that. Oh, my. Off the dribble, fade away three. Look at Caitlin Cook. What is we saying? All right, guys, I got to go back to the game cast. Oh, my God. They didn't let him score 105 to 106. What just happened? Fever defensive team rebound. Dribble the clock out. Dribble the clock out. Fever full timeout. She called a timeout. Okay, she already did that. She already called a timeout. She already did that. All right, going back to Caitlin Clark making history. I believe this might be a timeout. Yeah, Caitlin Clark showed up and showed out today, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. 40 ball. 40 ball, bro. Not tweeting until Caitlin Clark scored 40 with 5 assists. Caitlin Clark now has the most points in a single game by a Fever player with 41. Caitlin Clark made double history. She now has the most points in a game, more than any other Fever ever, including Kelsey Mitchell, the ball hog herself. Kelsey Mitchell played good today too. She did. I ain't gonna hold you. Clutch Clark, look. Watch this, bro. We got to see it again, bro. Look at this. Oh, my God. 107. It is over, bro. It is over. Stephanie White tried. She tried.
The crown has officially moved and the old guard is completely powerless to stop it. What is your raw, unfiltered reaction to this absolute collapse of the system? Did Adam Silver's shock statement permanently destroy the establishment's credibility, or can the front office find a way to save the league? Drop your thoughts in the comments below right now. Smash that like button, hit subscribe with notifications turned completely on, and share this video with every single real sports fan you know. Thanks for watching, and we will see you on the next History Shadow.